was receiving a lot of questions about if the people can take the USMLE Step 2 before Step 1. I think this is one of the agenda. And most of the question people ask is, okay, can we do the virtual experience? Can we get the virtual experiences from the home country? Or what about the letter of recommendations? And how about applying for the match process, the IRS application? So it's the whole process is overwhelming, and we do accept that. And every one of us have been through this. And now I know there are a lot of time when we are sad, we are having anxiety, but I think the US system rewards the most as compared to any other country pathway. And there are some other country pathways that are also one of the best systems, but I think if in terms of the rewarding system, so I think the US healthcare system rewards the most to the doctors. So if you guys are planning to take a USMLE Step 1, I would recommend you apply or take USMLE Step 1 as soon as possible before even graduation. I know most of people in the other countries, they do not take USMLE Step 1 before they complete their internship year or before they graduate. But I think if you start from the very beginning, I think that's one of the best things you can do. And the second thing would be take your research experience or learn about research from the very start. It's something that you cannot just exclude from your life. The reason is because even as a resident, you have to do some research process, because that's the requirement for the ACGME. And since for our research program at IMG Helping Hands, a lot of residents and then the fellowship, the people who are applying for fellowships and the fellows who are trying to go for competitive fellowships, we also provide the video courses, quizzes, and access to our portal where you guys can learn how to do research, and then you guys join the live classes of the research program. So once the 4 to 6 weeks process is done, then the paper is submitted to the journal, and most of the papers are published in the high impact factor journals and the PubMed index journals. So I think that's regarding the. Now I would like to talk about the US clinical experience. I know when you are coming from other countries, you have to have around 3 to 4 experiences, because you need 3 to 4 letter of recommendations when you apply for residency. So if you are getting the experience from the hospital, a lot of people ask if we should go for the clinic-based experience, or if we should go for the hospital-based experience, or if it should be the university one, or if they can bring from the home country. So my answer would be, so this is a question which we cannot answer a general. I cannot give you the general answer for this, because everybody's circumstances are very different, and do not try to relate to the other people. Is it fine if you would also write in the similar way? I don't think so. It's a bad idea to ask from your attending, but be very professional. Ask them about the letter of recommendation, remind them again and again, even if you have to, if it's time sensitive, but just don't become pushy. So the other part of the US clinical experience, that's the pre-residency licenses. So more than 12 states where people can get a license, which is a limited license from the medical board, and they can practice as a physician before residency, and most of them pay like around a resident salary, around $60,000 to $70,000 a year. But you get your license, you get your NPI number, and you are just working like a resident in either, it might be in the outpatient setting or might be in the inpatient setting. It depends where you are. So there are multiple states. I think this webinar will not be enough, because we need a lot of hours to discuss each and every aspect, because every state has own requirement.